Hi, welcome to our Tuesday night get together. So tonight is a video. Every week is going to be something different, whether it's in written form or an audio, but tonight's a video. It's going to be a guided meditation. So it's going to be about 10-15 minutes long. So in preparation of this, I really want you to find a place where you can be uninterrupted. It doesn't have to be quiet, just a place where you can comfortably be, not worrying that someone's going to come and interrupt you, and also where you're comfortable. So it could be a chair, it could be the floor, just wherever. And if you can, I'd like you to find a position where you could sit up so your spine's erect. If that is totally unavailable for you, you can also lay down. But if you can sit up, I go ahead and suggest that you do for this one. The next thing I just want to also talk about as you're finding your space is why I am so in love with meditation. And really, for me, in my personal journey, it was the one thing that really transformed my life. So it took me a while to get into it. I've always liked the idea of it. And then once I committed to a daily practice, it really started to show me who I really was, and the behaviors that I thought I could never change, I thought they were just born with. I was able to distance myself through meditation and look at them as an objective observer without judgment. And what meditation really also did for me is gave me this freedom to accept every part of myself fully, and in a way that I had never had personally or ever had anyone else in my life except me, except probably my mother. She's been unconditionally loving me. And because I didn't feel that I was perfect enough or I needed to always strive for more, that didn't penetrate me. And until you can really tap into your own love and this infinite well of unconditional love and unconditional acceptance that really stems inside of you, then when people give it to you, you could receive it. But if you don't feel that way, no amount of people pouring love into you is going to satiate that hole. You have to do it for you. So that is why I think meditation is so profound and life-changing. And whether you do a daily practice or you just do it once in a while, it doesn't matter. It's ideally you want to be consistent with it and you'll get more out of it. But just giving yourself some time to check in and become aware of what's going on internally is a huge gift to yourself. So I just really want to thank you for showing up and even having curiosity, if you're not a meditator, to see what it could do for you, figure it out. You're definitely going to have thoughts. Your first time you meditate, it's not going to be nirvana. Best case, you feel more relaxed and you just feel better. Maybe you don't even have words to describe how you feel. You just know that you felt better after than you did before. And that's really what we're going for. We want to go for a state where you cultivate awareness of yourself and the beauty within you. Sometimes that beauty is just right there. Other times, for me, people told me it was there and I had to dig and dig and dig. And I probably dug around it 1,000 times before I was open to it. So everyone has a different path. So there's no wrong way to meditate. If you're sitting there, you're listening to my voice, or you're sitting there without this recording, you're just following your breath, kudos. You're golden stars just for attempting it. And as you get into it, and it becomes more of a practice, because meditation is a practice, you just don't instantly get it, then you start seeing the benefits in your life. So a couple other things I wanted to say about getting prepared. Make sure you have comfortable clothing on. You don't want anything too constricted. And if you know you're going to be in a place where it's either gets cold or hot, go ahead and put a blanket on yourself now, or an extra sweater if you get cold, or make sure you dress with a lighter clothing if you know you'll get hot. Right now, we want to eliminate as many distractions as we can that would take you out of it. The next thing is that because your space doesn't have to be silent, you just have to feel comfortable that you can relax into someplace with your eyes closed. Know that any external distraction, phone ring, if you have kids, or loud noises, or just the sound of my voice, use that to go inward other than keep you on the surface. Allow the thoughts to come in. Allow your body and you to be whoever you are in this moment. All I want you to do is focus on your breath. Whether you lose me in the guided meditation part or not, it doesn't matter. It's just all that matters is that you're following your breath. And once you get distracted and go off with your thoughts, bring yourself back and just focus on your breath. You can either focus on where you inhale and exhale in your mouth and your nose, or you can focus on the rise and the fall of either your chest or your belly. Keep coming back to that. And the more you come back to that, you're going to get in a place where you're following your breath and you're just separating yourself from your thoughts. We are not ever in any meditation I do looking to eliminate or stop any part of your being. The anger or behaviors you want to change or any criticism, change, trust me, I tried it from that place and doesn't work. Change only happens when we get your ego on board, when we accept all of these things that are uniquely you. And if there are things that need to be dissolved, they will in meditation. If there are personality or behavior things that you would like to work on and improve, you can work on that through a place of love. But first, you have to accept who you are totally. And that is a really hard thing to do. At least it was for me. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're just going to work on getting into the body and getting you into a place where you're relaxed enough that you could see different aspects. And that's all you need to do is just see. Then you have a choice. Once you have a choice, then you're empowered to make different decisions. But until you have a choice, there's no, and you see that you have a choice and you know what the different choices are, there's no sense in condemning yourself and making yourself feel bad. That just puts you more in the struggle energy, which we want to alleviate by doing some meditation. So hopefully you found your spot and you're in comfortable clothes by now and you have everything that you need. I would just like you to close your eyes and we're just going to take a couple cleansing breaths together. So as you inhale, inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, exhale out with a sigh. So an audible sigh to let your muscles just relax. And as you're doing these cleansing breaths, just make sure that the legs are either crossed in or the feet are flat on the floor and your hands are just gently in your lap. Inhale, try to lengthen through the spine as much as you can. And then exhale, just let your bottom, your feet settle into the ground or the chair, whatever's below you. Feel nice and heavy. One more time. Inhale, fill up your whole body with air. And then exhale, breathe it all out. Now just start at the crown, the top of your head. And I want you to imagine, sense, or feel that there's a light right at the top. And the light could be a color, it could be whatever you imagine, it could be any color. Because we're just going to use that light. And as we go down through the body, we're just going to bring that light with us. And then if that really doesn't resonate, just follow your breath and see what you could do to relax as I guide you through this meditation. So imagining whatever color it is, you're going to inhale. And then I want you to think of really relaxing the area around your skull underneath your hairline. So all the muscles underneath your hairline, see if you could sense any tension. And if you can, just think of relaxing those muscles. And then I want you to come to your forehead and relax the muscle tension on the forehead. Relax any tension around your eyes and in your eye sockets. And in between this, I just want you to check into your breath. Notice that you're breathing in and out. Then relax the muscles around your cheeks, into your jaw, around your chin, around the corners of your mouth. And then down, relax down through your throat, the shoulders. Relax the upper part of the chest. And then now relax the back of the neck and the upper part of the back. Focus on your inhale and exhale. And at the same time, I'd like you to focus on both your right and left arm from your shoulder to your fingertips. Inhale, and as you exhale, let all the tension go in the biceps, triceps, elbow, forearms, wrists, fingers. Do that one more time. Inhale, and exhale, let all the tension go in both your arms simultaneously. Then bring your attention to your rib cage. So the front of your rib cage, your chest area, and then also the back of the rib cage, the whole upper back. So imagine where the ribs start in the spine and wrap around your lungs and heart, front and back, sternum, collarbone, everything. And just imagine all the muscles around your rib cage relaxing. Inhale and exhale, let all the tension go. Upper back, middle thoracic, chest cavity. Really exhale it all out. Then move into your abdomen area and focus just on the front part of the body, front part of the torso. Inhale and let all the tension go in your abs around your center of your belly button, your stomach, your liver, all the organs and intestines, all the way down into your pelvic bowl. And then on your next inhale, focus on the back underneath the rib cage. So the spinal area and the area that's in your back that's not encased with bone. Just breathe. Let the lower back, lower mid back, lower upper back, all the way to your tailbone, just relax. Now focus on both your right and left hip joint at the same time, the crease in the legs right now. Whether you're sitting or lying down, imagine that crease there. And in that crease, underneath it, you can feel your sits bones as well. So there's a crease in the hip in the front, underneath the legs and the glute muscles are sits bones. And imagine relaxing with your mind's eye, relax those muscles in your hip bone or hip joints and the muscles in your glute muscles around your sciatic nerve and sits bones. Feel the bottom be really heavy. Now take a moment and just imagine that light that we brought in the beginning. See where, if it's traveled with you as you've relaxed your torso into your fingertips in the back of your head. And if it hasn't filled up some of that area, see if you could fill up your torso, the areas of relaxation with light. And if you can't, no problem. Just become aware of where you don't feel in your body or where you don't feel that light. It's just, this is a moment of curiosity. And if you've filled up, no matter if you've filled up every crevice with light so far that we've relaxed or just a little bit, I want you to think of expanding for just a second and see if that light just could get a little brighter. And then exhale it out. And now we're going to go into the legs. So start with the crease of your hips to your knees. We're going to focus on the front, the top of the thigh, the quads, the back of the thigh, which is your hamstrings, the sides of the legs and the thighs, which are the inner and outer thighs. And really see in this very large muscle group, it does a lot of work for us, very layered. See if you can relax those muscles more and more. So take a few inhales and exhales, and every time you exhale, see if you can go a little bit deeper with the exhale. Then move to the knees to your toes. In whatever position you're in, see if you can relax all the tendons around the kneecap. Relax the area behind the kneecap. And then the shin bones, the calves, all the way into the ankles, the feet, all those little bones, all the way to your toes. Take a few deep breaths now and just focus on your breath. You can do a little sigh out if you want. And now with that light, white light or whatever color, now send that white light down to the lower part of your extremities, all the way through your legs and your hips, all the way to your toes. And as you extend that light all the way down, again, see if there's areas that you don't sense or you can't fill with light, and just notice. And then once you've kind of gone all the way to your toes and filled up as much as your legs on both sides as you can, take a moment and see if you can expand the intensity of the light. Think of turning up the volume. Now focus back to your breath. Now we're just going to focus on your breath. And I'm going to pause in some silence and know that it's not over. I will let you know when the meditation is over. But I want you to focus on how your body, where you're breathing in, whether it's your nose or your mouth, and where you're exhaling. Could be your nose or your mouth. It could be different, could be the same. That's not really what matters. What matters is just you're focusing on your breath. If your mind starts to wander, just come back to your breath. Now, I just want you to sense, feel, or imagine a place within you where you feel very safe, lots of love, unconditional love. And if you don't feel unconditional love, just where you feel really safe and trusting. It could be a physical place that you know of. It could just be an imaginary place in the mountains or on the lake or by the beach. Once you find that place, see where you feel it. Where is it in your body? Is it in your chest? Do you feel it in the center of your being? Do you feel it in your shoulder, in your head? There's no right or wrong here. Wherever it first comes to you in your body, go to that place in your body. Go to this safe space internally in your mind, in your imagination. And if something is not coming, like if it's just black or a different color, fine. Don't try to think about it too much. Just sense where it is in your body, sense how it makes you feel, and just stay in that space. Now we're going to do another minute of silence with just you breathing. I won't be talking. And I want you to breathe, follow your breath, and also feel connected to that place where you feel safe. And if you can identify where it is in your body, try to connect yourself to that place in your body. And now just sense, feel, imagine. Words could come in. It could be anything you want. See how you feel when you're in that space. Do you feel a sigh of relief? Do you feel joy? Do you just feel comforted? whatever that is, expand on that. If you feel safe, think of feeling safer, feel safe there. So think of expanding that sense of safety all the way out till it reaches not just your full body, but expands outside of your body and fills up the room that you're in. And it could fill up the block that you live on, and it could fill up the city, and then it could fill up the world, and then it could fill up the universe. So see if you can expand on that sense, that feeling that you're getting, and expand it all the way out into the universe. Again, no problem if you can't. And then now feel all that energy come back in, that sense of feeling, all the way from the outer as far as you were to go, to come all the way back in and settle back into your resting place, into that safe space, into that beautiful place inside of you. And just tell yourself, or remember, however it works for you, that you can always come back to this feeling and this space at any time during the day or night, whenever you need to. And once you come back into that space, just know that any distraction that just came up doesn't have to throw you off. You can always go back to this place in you where you feel loved or safe or whatever that feeling is, and you can tap into it and bring it forth through all of your experience in the day or night. Now I want you just to begin to open your eyes slowly and bring yourself back into the room. And now that you're back into the room, just take a look around and just check in and see how you're feeling. If anything has come up that you need to process or a memory, this is a great time to journal. Grab a journal or even just a notebook or even just a sheet of paper and get out all the thoughts and feelings that came up during the meditation. If maybe you felt nothing other than relaxation, great. Just remember that feeling. And as you go into meditation again, try not to look for the same feeling. Just know that maybe you'll find and discover something else, and that nothing is wrong. How you meditate in your experience is yours alone, and there's no right or wrong in meditation. It's only what you put into it. So the fact that you meditated, amazing. That is kudos. That's going to give you so much that you haven't even realized yet. So if you have any questions about this meditation or anything, you can email, respond back to the email that it was sent to, and you can download this and use this meditation. You can also, I think there's a way to do the audio. So thank you again for joining me on Move, Nourish, and Connect Tuesday nights. And I will see you next Tuesday in your inbox. I hope you have a great week.